right, let's talk about exercise ball safety. Before we start doing any exercise on the ball, we want to make sure we're safe, we've taken care of ourselves, we have the environment set up. First thing about the environment, obviously we don't want anything sharp around us. If we fell off it, because it is an unstable surface, if we fall off, we don't want to smack our head on something or be where we can potentially be at a greater risk of injuring ourselves. The second part is the actual quality of the ball itself. Most balls are essentially just a big balloon, and it is a piece of rubber filled with air, but the balloons you buy from the novelty store and blow up and they pop, that's essentially what most exercise balls are. If you buy one at your average grocery store or the sporting goods store down the street, unless it's a specialized quality ball, chances are it's not very good, and you are putting yourself at risk of injury. A lot of the exercise balls that people have bought for $20 at the store are really disasters waiting to happen. Now, I've got a great blog post, I can put it in the comments here for you to check out on all the details, but I want to talk about three important aspects of the ball. One is load rating, one is burst rating, and the next is being able to consistently check that ball and know that they're a renewable piece of equipment. They don't last forever. So let's talk about load rating. Load rating is the total load the ball will handle before it pops. So what they do is take a hydraulic press, put the ball underneath it, just start coming down until it goes boom. And however many pounds of pressure that was, they say, great, there's our load rating. Most good quality balls are in the, call it 1,000 to 1,500 kilogram load rating, or 2,000 to 3,000 pound load rating. That might seem astronomical, but we want the ball to be good quality. Now, the second part of the equation is the burst rating. Now, just because a ball gets to a certain point of, say, 2,000 pounds of pressure before it can pop, that doesn't mean it won't pop if you roll over something that's sharp. Say you're using it as a chair for your desk, and you roll over a staple or a paper clip or something, and it punctures the ball. The burst rating is important because if you're under the burst rating and it pops against something sharp, it's going to go down slowly. It'll go tss instead of boom, like a regular balloon. That's important because if you're sitting at your desk or you're doing an exercise on it and you roll over something sharp and it pops, you don't want to end up on your butt flat against the ground. You want to hear this tss, and you're like, oh, I must have popped the ball. Yeah, sure, you're going to have to replace it and it's an investment, but you're not going to injure yourself. Now, this is really important because I've had 3 balls pop on me throughout my career. A couple of them could have been very dangerous. And the third one was nice and easy. I heard it going down softly and it was great. Now, imagine this. You're rolling out, you're doing a chest press on the ball with heavy weights, and it pops. Would you rather have it go and then so you can recover, or do you want it to go boom so you end up on your back? Probably the former, not the latter. Now, this is important because if you have a low quality ball, if it pops, you are going to end up on the ground and be injured. The last part of the equation is checking the ball. This is a really high quality ball. It's quite new. So if I look at the rubber, it's actually nice and smooth and uniform. I want to look around every time I use it and see if there are any cuts and nicks and abrasions that might weaken the rubber on the ball. This one's pretty good. As it gets older, you'll start to see more of a pockmarked surface. It looks rougher. It's more beat up. That's time when it's getting close to being able to replace your ball. In most fitness centers, even good quality balls, if they're a high volume fitness center like a big box health club and they're used all the time, I would say you should be replacing the exercise balls at bare minimum every 6 months. If it's a lower volume facility, at least every 9 months to a year. But that, again, if it gets a big cut in it a month or so into it, replace that ball. Most fitness centers don't do that. So it's up to you to go in and check the ball each time you use it. The last thing you want to do is injure yourself. That's my 2 cents on exercise balls. Post questions if you have them. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Happy to connect you with any resources that you can. But look for high quality. This one's called a Duraball Pro. There are Duraball Maxes. There are some really high quality ones out there that are fantastic. But most, I'd say 80% or more of the balls out there are just garbage. So don't waste your time on those. Get a good one.